On a sunny day, a girl lives only with her grandmother. The whereabouts of the child's parents are unknown. They were separated when a tornado hit their fields and home. After a while the storm had passed. Then the child came back out of the house to see the situation, and it turned out that everything had disappeared. The child is always sad all the time, so the child can't smile anymore. Time keeps running. This girl is very diligent and always helps her grandmother pick lots of fruit. The girl's grandmother felt confused and kept wondering whether she could smile again. Day after day, the girl just played with her chicken. The girl always took eggs from her favorite chicken. And the time came for the girl's grandmother to make a decision. The girl's grandmother sold her entire plantation and house to pay for the girl's school in the city. Grandma said that it was time for you to go to town and continue your studies there, in the hope that you would be able to smile cheerfully again. Grandma brings a lot of money to study and stay in the dorm, buy nutritious food and hang out with friends. Grandma had prepared all the clothes. Study well and make lots of friends. Grandma said that it was time for you to go to town and continue your studies there, in the hope that you would be able to smile cheerfully again. Finally, the girl found a place to live, a very big house. The dormitory guard invited the girl to get to know her friends. There were also new residents here. And there were also lots of friends her age. Some were surprised by his arrival, and some were happy. Then the girl walked to her room along with her new friends who were also curious about the very large room on the third floor. They arrived at a large room on the third floor, and everyone was surprised. The room was so big and nice, and of course this room was very expensive. They were curious about who this girl was, why she was in this big and expensive room, but the girl was not feeling good. She was still sad. The girl had not thought about having many friends. And she told them to come back later. Finally, they returned to the first floor, still wondering who the girl was. They always talked about the girl whose face looked very sad. The girl began to tidy up her belongings. Blue clothes, purple clothes, her favorite doll, and a new uniform. The girl opened the suitcase from her grandmother, and the suitcase contained money from the sale of her grandmother's plantation. The girl feels guilty. She is worried about her grandmother who is alone in the village. But if the girl returns to the village, the grandmother will definitely feel sad. The girl doesn't want to make grandma sad. Day turned into night and it was time for dinner. It was time for dinner, but the girl didn't come down to the kitchen. The girl's friends thought maybe she was tired and fell asleep. Then they cook food because they have to be independent. But they are still curious about who the girl is. Dinner time was over. It was time to sleep, so everyone went to their rooms. They got ready for bed, then they changed into pajamas. The red hat boy got ready to sleep, then he changed into pajamas. But was there something strange about his room? Why is a boy's room filled with flowers? In the middle of the night, when they were sleeping very comfortably, suddenly they heard the sound of a girl crying. The sound got louder, then the purple-haired girl woke up her friend. She said someone was crying. The other girls also heard the sound. They were scared and didn't want to leave the room. They got goosebumps hearing the sound of crying in the middle of the night. They decided to sleep together, but the sound became louder and louder. The boy with the red hat heard the sound of crying, and he thought, who is crying in the middle of the night like this? Scared everyone, and he tried to follow the source of the sound. The sound he followed was getting louder and louder. Apparently the sound came from the third floor. Oh my God, the girl who was crying in the middle of the night was the girl who had just moved in. The boy in the red hat asked, "Why are you crying in the middle of the night?" "Your voice scared everyone," the girl answered, that she missed her missing parents, and she was afraid of being alone in the city. Then the boy in the red hat offered to help. He would be here with the girl until she fell asleep, and the boy in the red hat would be with the girl until she felt no longer afraid. The girl tries to sleep, and eventually they fall asleep. The day turned into morning, and they hadn't woken up yet. They get ready. It's the first day of school. They wear their new uniforms and have breakfast in the kitchen. The purple-haired girl likes the boy with the red hat, then prepares breakfast for the boy with the red hat. The purple-haired girl brought breakfast very carefully. When she arrived at the boy with the red hat's room, it turned out that he was not in his bed. The purple-haired girl asked her friend, and she didn't know either. They thought of asking the girl about the whereabouts of the boy in the red hat on the third floor. When they arrived at the girl's room, the boy in the red hat was there. The purple-haired girl was angry and doesn't like girls with pink hair. The brown-haired girl was still shocked by what happened. The brown-haired girl asked the boy in the red hat for an explanation. Why was he here? The boy with the red hat explained, "The sound of crying last night was the voice of the pink-haired girl. The pink-haired girl was crying because her grandmother sold all the plantations just for a school in the city. Then the pink-haired girl's parents disappeared because of a tornado." Then the brown-haired girl felt the sadness too. When the first lesson started, the purple-haired girl was still angry. She couldn't believe that the boy with the red hat paid more attention to the pink-haired girl. During break time, they planned to find the parents of the pink-haired girl. They tried to contact the detective, and of course they needed a lot of money. The pink-haired girl said that she had enough money in the suitcase, and they would go to the detective office after the last class. The purple-haired girl heard their plan, and had an evil plan. In the last lesson, the purple-haired girl didn't go to class. She went back to the dormitory first. The purple-haired girl didn't go to class during class time. She went home to the student dormitory and took the suitcase containing the pink-haired girl's money. She took the suitcase to the fireplace and burned all the money. The purple-haired girl turned evil. After school was over, they returned to the student dormitory and wanted to take a suitcase containing money to hire a detective. But they were surprised because the suitcase was empty. The brown-haired girl was already suspicious to the purple-haired girl. She looked for the purple-haired girl to ask for an explanation. But the girl purple-haired didn't admit it and said that she didn't go to class because she wasn't feeling well and needed rest. But the brown-haired girl didn't just believe. The purple-haired girl was happy because they lost a lot of money. She hoped that the pink-haired girl couldn't find her missing parents and was always in sadness. The pink-haired girl thought that she had to earn money by working part-time after school. There was nothing else she could do anymore. The pink-haired girl must find a way to find her parents so that she doesn't feel guilty towards the grandmother who sold her plantation. As days passed, the pink-haired girl continued to work part-time after school. She did this job every day. She washed various kinds of clothes, and she also received house cleaning services. Suddenly his cell phone rang. He got a part-time job that required him to come to the house that was being cleaned. And the pink-haired girl arrived at a very large house filled with flowers. Then she was given the task of cleaning the entire house. So the pink-haired girl started to clean the floor, the sofa. She cleaned everything really seriously. The pink-haired girl never feels tired. She continues to work diligently. Her friends are already at home and hanging out with their families, because now is the mid-semester holiday. But the pink-haired girl still worked to collect the money that the purple-haired girl burned because she was jealous of her. The pink-haired girl didn't know that the purple-haired girl liked the boy with the red hat. It's time to clean the bathroom, but the pink-haired girl is very confused, because this bathroom is not dirty at all. Then the pink-haired girl continued to clean the boy's room. But she was surprised. Why is the boy in the red hat here? It turns out he is the son of the owner of the house, and they have a flower plantation. The boy with the red hat was happy, and he invited the pink-haired girl to play on the dance floor. They played together and laughed together. At that time the mother heard the sound of very loud music. The mother thought, "Who turns on the music this loud during the day?" Then the mother asked the boy's father in the red hat. They rushed to the boy's room. Their boy and the cleaning girl were playing together. The boy with the red hat explained that this was the girl he had told about, a girl who was looking for her parents, but all her money was burned by the purple-haired girl. Then mother invited the pink-haired girl to tell them more clearly. The pink-haired girl's parents disappeared when she was little. They were carried away by a very strong tornado. Her grandmother sold all her plantation so she could go to the city and study. But the money was burned by evil people. Mother was surprised as if she had heard this story. Then father remembered that the workers on his plantation were carried away by the tornado. They went to the plantation. The mother checked the photo the girl had brought and asked the worker, "Is this you?" The worker was surprised and didn't think it was her daughter. They are very happy. Then the girl remembered her grandmother who was still in the village. Then the Red Hat boy's father said he would bring Grandma here. The pink-haired girl couldn't believe this would happen. The girl believes that if she keeps trying and is optimistic, everything will come true. They also celebrated this happiness. The message from this story is that if you are sad and the people around you are not being kind, then you have to remain optimistic and keep moving. As long as you believe and try, then you will find a miracle and everything will come true. The end.